It is Jegant Drago here, and we got a new Warbond, the Python Commandos. And we have a whole set of items that the fan base were asking for a long time. This is going to be a very popular Warbond, that is for sure. Now, looking past the trailer, okay, Arrowhead makes great trailers, no doubt about it. And I'll first preface that I'm a minigun kind of guy. I love the mech, I love the minigun, so my eyesights are on that minigun. Second one would be the assault rifle with the underbarrel grenade launcher. I've always wanted that classic assault rifle that has a grenade launcher. I'm forgetting right now. But the issue, we gotta go straight into the issue that it is, will these weapons be nerfed on the get-go? It's been the trend all this time for Arrowhead that the weapons would come out slightly weak, especially for melee weapons. The last one or two was the flag, and that was a full stratagem, and it was honestly underwhelming. It just doesn't do much for a full stratagem weapon. Now, maybe this one, not sure. It says stratagem weapon on the sort of poster, so it has to be really powerful. That's all it is. It's a full stratagem. Now, quick tangent detour about the flag. You don't need to buff the damage and give it crazy damage. Just, I'll be real quick here, reduce the cooldown, okay? Because you're just calling down a flag, see? And if the cooldown could just be like 30 seconds, the hell pod itself that holds the flag could be its own unique weapon, and very skillful Helldivers would then be able to use it and stick the stratagem ball on enemies and use the flag to kill large enemies. This could be a very nice skill expression for the flag. And secondly, since the flag could be planted down on the ground now, let's say any enemy that you could plant your flag down on would instantly die. Cause how hard could it be? It would be so hard to sort of get on top of a charger or a Biotitan and then press the plant the flag animation. You at least deserve a kill on that. And we just call it that democracy of the flag was so powerful it instant kills the enemy. It would be so cool. Okay, I'm just asking for these two things on the flag and it would just be so good already. Okay, we'll get a ton of people trying to use the flag and do so many skill shots with it. It's gonna be amazing. But back to this ChainSaw. It appears to have other attributes for it as well, so it would be very interesting. So it will have some kind of demolition from what I'm sort of hearing around, so we'll have to see. If it's a chainsword, I was sort of expecting it to have a little bit more stun or a different kind of animation compared to just swinging it around, but in the trailer it was just swinging it around as normal. So I look forward to sort of see if they change up the melee. The melee thing is very interesting for me because I made a previous video about how Arrowhead could add a melee slot without increasing the hotkeys required, and you can sort of go check that out. And the quick note about it is that basically your melee button, since Arrowhead designed Helldivers to have different hotkeys where you press one time and something would happen, and then you can use the same button but then hold down the button for a long period of time and then something different will happen. So you use the same melee button, and when you tap it you melee with whatever you're holding as normal, but if you press and hold down the melee button, then it would pull out your melee weapon, and then you start tapping it again to sort of swing the melee weapon around. So that's how you get to have a full melee slot without increasing the melee hotkeys to have a separate melee hotkey. So that would be the solution, just so that you don't eat up other weapon slots, and it would just be more fun for the game. Now we have the minigun. I'm super looking forward to this minigun. They call it an expendable minigun, but from some messages on Discord, it appears that you can reload the weapon. So I'm imagining it like you have only one reload and then you have to sort of resupply it all over again. And that might be fair. Now we'll compare to a couple other machine guns to assess and sort of maybe predict the weapon a little bit. So first and foremost is that I thought it's gonna be a light penetrating weapon. Having that many bullets, oh, it's just gonna be a stalwart with many more bullets, and you don't have to reload it as often because you have so much more ammo. But apparently you do get medium penetration, so that's nice. That's nice. Now with medium penetration, the only other answer is that it might just be an MG43 machine gun variant. And the MG43 machine gun has a 175 ammo capacity in the magazine or in the belt, okay, just for keeping note. And the damage is around 90 damage and then 23 ballistic for durable damage. And if it's medium penetration, I think they're just gonna copy it forward. And why do I say that? It is because if you go and look at the Gatling Century, it basically has the same stats as well. It also has a damage of 90 ballistic and then durable of 23. So they basically sort of reuse the same kind of damage stats over as well. If 2 isn't enough, even the exosuit, the Patriot exosuit, okay, with its own minigun has a damage of 90 and then a durable damage of 23. So it's basically all the same machine gun but in different sort of units, okay. And they have buffed the Patriot exosuit to now have around 1,250. I don't think this is a good enough buff, to be honest. It should be at least 1,500, 2,000 ammo capacity on the exosuit would have been so much better if it were 1,000, just so that you can shoot more units. Okay, it's just gonna be so much more fun. I'm not gonna get into it. I still wish the exosuit you can use your supply backpack to reload the ammo. Okay, it's not gonna be OP. It'll take 2 supply boxes per arm. Okay, you're gonna use an entire stratagem just to reload the damn thing, and it will take a skill expression to be able to save and preserve the mech in the first place. Like, come on. But in any case, what I'm trying to say, back to the turret Gatling gun, is that it has a ammo capacity of 500. The MG machine gun has 175 and the exosuit has 1,250. So one could maybe predict that the minigun might be close to the Gatling Sentry of 500 ammo. Now if it does reload and you could resupply the backpack to reload it further and it's not expendable, maybe it would be much less, and it's going to be, let's say, I will wish not 250, slightly more, 350, 400. That would be nice. Obviously the reloading would be really long as well. So here's to the minigun. Not going to be bad. I pray for it. We have the assault rifle. So the assault rifle is going to have a grenade launcher on the underbarrel. Now you just have to switch between ammo types. We have a few weapons like that already, so nothing too much to it. This will be really good. I heard you might have 4 grenades inside. I'm still not too sure 100%. Hopefully you still have a good amount and the magazine size inside. It might just be a liberator plus a grenade launcher underneath and a lot of downsides. It looks very cool, but I cannot feel hype that it's going to be that strong, because the combination of a few good things I feel like Arrowhead is just going to give it so many downsides that it will be difficult to want to use it too much unless you need to level it up a lot. Let's say you put a barrel magazine, a larger magazine on top, and other add-ons to sort of, let's say, have the handling feel better, or you need a certain type of armor to make it feel much better to use. A lot of fans were asking for a backpack with a flamethrower. Initially, the laser gun just seems a little bit better because lasers already makes the enemy catch on fire and the fire damage are basically the same, and lasers just shoot forever. But hell, looking at the trailer, it looks amazing, and now we can have basically a full guard dog platoon. Well, you can already do that in the past. We already have more than 4 guard dogs. So we got the Tesla guard dog, doesn't seem too great, the laser guard dog, now the flame guard dog, now the liberator gun guard dog, and then the poison guard dog. So we have 5 full guard dogs. So it'll be interesting to see like a full guard dog platoon going out and fighting enemies. Now, my personal selection for a full platoon guard dog would be, of course, we got the flame, and then we got the poison to stun, and then now that the enemies are poisoned, we got the Tesla to then sort of stun some of the other enemies even more and have some more AoE. And I think it should shoot forever for the Tesla one, the Arc guard dog. And then the lastly would be the ballistic liberator guard dog, so it has more stagger as well. And we'll just leave the laser guard dog in the ship, and that will be quite a fun combination to see in the future. Now lastly, we have the armor set. So the armor right now looks really cool, and so from what I've heard, it has a rock solid passive, so it would be resistant to stagger. So this might be something that is good with the minigun if you want to sort of keep the aim straight while shooting. We'll just have to see when the game comes out soon on December 2nd. So it's gonna be very close. So my biggest hype would be the minigun, and if the armor set is unflinching, that'll be okay. The unflinching passive has gotten some upgrades quite a bit, so it would be nice to have it on a heavy armor as well. Hopefully it also gets the plus 25 HP from the unflinching passive from its previous buffs. And apparently there's also going to be some shotgun in the superstore. Don't know the details about that too much. And then also there's a booster about rock solid, so you shouldn't ragdoll as much. I really don't know how that's going to work out, and the programming, if it's going to have a ton of bugs. I said that it should work like a Superman stopping a train, like a charger hitting you should just stop in its tracks and you wouldn't move at all, like you're rock solid. That would be hilarious. Even more funny if the charger hits you and then it does a backflip and flips over you because you're just rock solid. Well, with that said, comment below your personal favorite item in the Warbond and what you're looking forward to. And until we meet again.